I've made the silly decision to ask the people on the internet for some random scrap of fabric that they have around. That sounded like a fun idea, but I didn't think that many people would be interested in my silly project. But I received 13,000 pieces of fabric from viewers around the world. If it's your first time on this channel, it sounds kind of weird, I know, but it was a nice community project and it was actually so wholesome. And in the end, it allowed me to make my dream dress, but as a sort of collective piece of art from a lot of people that I don't even know. How nice is this? And also the dress is gorgeous. It's my favorite project ever. But despite my best efforts, I didn't manage to use all of the scales. I barely used 6,000 of them. And if you know basic math, you know that means I have a lot left, like a lot. So let's find a new DIY project to use all those little pieces of fabric from around the world. And it's spring, so I'm thinking flowers?
Florals for spring.
Oh.
Groundbreaking.
I like flowers. But first I have to clean up my sewing room because it was a disaster from the last project. So please, a little minute to appreciate this outfit because I have to change. Ooh, ah.
No.
Ta-da! I've cleaned up the workshop. I forgot to film before, but imagine that it was very messy and now it's all like, oh, I feel inspired. So the first step, I guess, is to get and dig out my precious scales. My treasure. Costume closet. Let's see what we have here. Ta-da! I did store them by color, so this is gonna make me gain so much time. White, light blue, gold, dark blue, little bit of purple, red. So given the amount that I have and the fact that it is spring, I think I'm gonna go with the lighter colors. I'll try to use all the light pink, that's what brings the most flower to me. Maybe a lot of white, I have light blue, maybe orange. Let's see what kind of shape I can manage with those scales. To have my flowers laying somewhat flat, I'm making a mini accordion of each petal on the flat side and sewing them all together. The last one is sewn to the first one, so it turns into a sort of round fan. Then once it's in the right shape, I just add a few stitches just to make them a bit more secure. Ta-da! So I think 7 big petals is the right number. I probably should choose scales that are the same size. I made 2 smaller ones here, and that looks cute. The really small ones are tricky to use. Maybe I could make some sort of cute center thing like this. So if they stand up higher, it will hide the center and the threads. Not bad. I just finished some testing on the smaller pieces. It's a mixed result. I can sew all the scales in one go and roll them. It's kind of a rose, but it doesn't work with a lot of the different ones because they're all different thickness, different materials. And also this is a very, very high flower. I think I want them more flat on the garment. So after some tests on the center for the small ones, if it didn't work perfectly on this one, I think this one looks the best. I have to fold each petal one by one and cut it and attach them. It does look great. I will have to do them one by one, but the result is very cute. So I can make one layer of the big ones, the smaller ones, and the little center. Look how cute! This is gonna be really pretty. Oh, I can mix and match. Oh, that also works. Okay, we have options. Let's make a lot of them. Flowers are great, but what about murder? If you're obsessed with historical costumes like me and intriguing mysteries, you need to check out June's Journey, the sponsors of this video. It's a hidden object game. It is a free-to-download hidden object game. They are launching an event from April to June where you join Hercule Poirot to solve mysteries based on books from Agatha Christie. That's the reason for the prop. One of my life goals is to go on the Orient Express one day, just because I've read Murder on the Orient Express as a teenager. I'm also always obsessed with murder mysteries. And in this game, the visuals are very pretty, very maximalist and full of antiques. And the story is rich with twists and turns. and you will repair and decorate your island and garden with a ton of decoration, with additional ones for this event. I've been playing between crafting sessions and it's a nice way to relax. It is challenging but still chill, and the story and new events keeps me coming back for more. I really like hidden object games, and I've been going back to this one for years now. Please download from the link in the description or by using the QR code. It is available on iOS, Android devices and also on PC. Thank you so much to Journey's Journey for sponsoring this video. And now let's go back to work. I really like the idea of bending a little the original use for these scales of fabric. I mean, after using 6,000 of them on the original Chimera dress, I had to take an actual break from scales. And now I'm like easing back into it. I don't have to go back to scales just yet. I'm making a little stop in flowers first. Don't you just love to find a new way to use a material that you already have on hand? A creative new way to use popsicle sticks or leaves from your garden. I really encourage you to try to think of a new way to use something. You don't even have to do it. It's just a fun, creative exercise. I'm almost finished using the scales that are pink and white. I'll just see how much flowers I have when I'm done with the white and pink and see if I can add more colors. But oh wow, maybe a flower crown. That is very pretty, but definitely not enough. So I'm gonna make new colors. For this project, I'm trying to select the scales that are the lightest, the least shiny, the more pastel-y flowers. I know flowers can be basically any color, but since I'm making a kind of goofy project, I'm literally making a wearable garden. So sometimes you need to try to make some aesthetic choices that would make the most sense for what you're trying to accomplish. I love deep, saturated colors, but here I need to restrict myself. Because that's what makes sense for the vision, you know? Here is a better angle on how to make the flowers. This is very simple. I just make a few folds on the flat side and I make them in a way that will show the least of the underside of the petal. Because some of these petals have a very darker color on the underside, so I'm trying to make sure that the yellow side is the most visible. Visible. And then extra stitches on the top because again all those petals are different materials, so maybe one is stiffer than the other and it kind of squishes the next one, so I'm tightening the threads just to give the same space for each petal. That took a while, but fortunately I had some emotional support. It absolutely did not make things go faster, but more pleasant, and that's what matters. And the same steps are repeated with the different sizes of petals. Even though it was mostly big, medium, small, actually the sizes were kind of creative for some people. So I just had to reorganize the petals to make sure they are in a little pile of their own size. I made little groups of 7, and when I had a much bigger one, I just chopped it off a little bit. So I have all my yellows and tans here. I've mixed and matched the color to make them more coherent, but that's a bit more to add to the stash. I need to finish turning these into the little flower hearts. And here I have all my white and pink. For a better idea of the colors and to just choose the design, I'm pinning half of the flowers on the mannequin. So now I can start on the fashion design. Hey, mini heads up, I forgot to tell you that I'm coming to Finland on the 16th and 17th of May. I will be in Helsinki. It's for the Arctic Light Comic Con. I will be judging the costume contest and also doing a conference. So if you are nearby, please come say hi. Bonjour Finland! So I just spent 1.5 hours trying to design this thing. I've made a few drawings here. Don't know exactly if I want to go dress, jacket, other objects, but what I keep coming back is to have something around the shoulders, maybe a collar or a cape, I've pinned some stuff and some fabric. Maybe we can add green or something. Not this one, it doesn't look right here. I've tried here to pin some flowers on a jacket that I made previously. Maybe I can try on this green fabric, which is really fun. There are a few places in Paris where I get to buy like the remnants from the haute couture ateliers. This one and this one, I bought them separately and I've been keeping them for something special. Both have some polyester, but they are mainly silk and wool. This one is so fun, it's like transparent. I think I can make something cyberpunk with it, I don't know. And this one, it's just grass. I'm sorry, but that is grass. I want to play mini golf on that. And I don't even like mini golf. Probably this one fits more with the flowers, but I don't know, I love this one so much. Maybe it's too neon. I will keep this one for another time. Can you imagine like big overalls in this? It could be so interesting to have like the inside structure visible or something, but not today. I'm getting excited. So if I make a bomber jacket with this green wool, it could look something like this. I don't know if I'm gonna make pants yet, but that's for later. So I have all these flowers, some here, which is not a gigantic amount, which is great because now that I want to show the green, I don't have to cover the whole thing. And the thing is, I only have white ribbing for the collar and the wrists. So maybe I can use the flowers to make a gradient from the white of the ribbing to the green of the grass, I guess. It could make a nice transition, so here I will have some space maybe to add some pockets. And on the back, if I have enough flowers, I can make a sort of decor. I don't know, this is fun, I'm gonna try something like that. Ta-da! Look at my new garden. So this is the back, those are the sleeves, and these are the front. Let's see how much I can fill with the flowers. What do you think of this? I used only the white and yellow, so I would have like a yellow gradient on the sleeves and a white around the collar. And the bodice would stay mostly green, so you still have this vibe of grass. And I have all my pink left, so maybe I'll put them aside to do something for the bottom part. I'm kind of excited by this, but I think now I need to sew everything by hand. This is gonna take forever. That's a good start. I've attached all the big and medium ones. The big ones are attached all around the edge, but the small ones I left like this so they can maybe stick out a little bit. I don't know exactly what I'm gonna do in the centers, but I'll think about it later. Ta-da-da! This is gonna be so cute! Okay, now I should start maybe on those pieces. This is the back and this is the front, so maybe before I add the flowers, I should do some pockets, of course.
Mais où vais-je mettre toutes mes affaires? Dans mes poches. J'adore les poches. Poches. On peut mettre plein de trucs dans ces poches. Mais où vais-je mettre toutes mes affaires?
Dans mes poches.
Poches. J'adore les poches. On peut mettre plein de trucs dans ces poches. T'as des trucs? Eh bien, mets-les dans tes poches.
Subscribe. Look, I've sewn the lining. This is gonna be my pocket. Here is where I put my hand. And you can see here I've sewn the lining a little bit inside of the outer layer to create this corner here. So when I turn it inside out, the lining sticks out here, but I don't care. But on the inside, here it's at the edge, and here I have a bit of leftover. That way when the pocket is a little bit open, you can't see the lining. This is how it looks like when it's flat. I hope you enjoyed this explanation, because now I realize that this is a bit too small for my hand. Okay, I'm gonna redo these pieces, but the explanation still stands. Merde, j'ai pas assez. So I don't have enough fabric with this green for the lining, which is unfortunate. That's okay, let's do some piecing. Et voilà, no one will know, except you. So if I want to put the flowers around the neck, I think I'm gonna have to attach the front, actually all the outside pieces, so I can have like the flowers go nicely on the seams. Leaves. Voila, voila, I've sewn the pieces around the collar and I've pinned the pockets in place just to see the general shape of it. The lining is also assembled, you can see it is going to be a very comfy piece. So now, flowers. I'm gonna edit this to make it look like magic. Piou! Non, c'est trop chiant, je vais pas faire de montage comme ça. Look, I've attached the big ones. You don't see the threads much, but I've attached them all around the edges because they are very big. I want them to stay a bit flat. Now I'm gonna add the smaller ones. And these, just like on the yellow, I'm gonna attach them only just stacking them in the middle of each petal. So there is a bit of movement here and the center will be dealt with later. Here you see better. I'm realizing that I don't have that many flower hearts, the little ones that I made here. These were all the matching small ones for these flowers. And I think I want to try to use them on their own, like not being in the center of another flower. So I have to find a solution for the flower hearts. So this is all the white and yellow that I have. I'm trying to decide if I use these pieces of lace, but I only have this much, so that's not enough for all flowers. I've tried with these kind of sequin things, but I don't know if I want sparkle on this one. Even these one, maybe they are too pointy. It might be a bit small. I've tried sewing a piece of matching fabric, which works, I guess. I've tried with a little piece of neoprene, and I think it looks like crap. This lace doesn't work. I still have these butterflies, so I've tried making some sort of flower heart thing with them. That could be kind of interesting, but also I like the fact that they are like 3D. And I thought maybe it is okay to use actual flowers. I'm pretty sure that I have some fake flowers somewhere, but I'm not sure I have enough yellow. Also, I don't know where. Costume closet, costume closet. No, this, no, maybe here. I love that I have light up wings, a giant spider hat, and a cake dress on top of each other. What's in there? I have found the fake plants. Yes, I hoard fake flowers from a few decoration jobs that I had to do. Are they all old and dusty and I don't exactly know where they come from? Yes, but they are all plastic or fabric, so I can wash them. I do not have enough yellow at all, but maybe I can do something with white. Hey, I remember trying to make a fabric one here. Okay, these were all broken, but I think I can do something with that. You know, when I first was making this dress, at first I was sad that I didn't get to use all of the scales at the same time. Because this project is just so cute and wonderful, and I think of all the people who sent me stuff. And I also know that now I have this sort of reserve of little fabrics from nice people that I can use on different projects. You know, I love to problem solve in a creative way and have like some creative constraints that forces me to find new ways. I don't know, I really love problem solving. But there's another thing, is that as a content creator, artist online, I kind of feel lonely sometimes. But with this project, I have this box. It's where I stored all the little notes from people, all the little messages and drawings and nice little notes of people telling me sometimes their story and sometimes how they got inspired to start something because of my videos, which is, it's kind of my goal in life. I mean, I'm here on the internet to prove that it is fun to make stuff with your hand. Some people have made just one scale and it was a bit wonky, but they sent me a little note saying it's the first time using my sewing machine and it gave me the courage to start, and I don't know, it really warms my heart. So when I'm feeling down, I just open this box and pick up a few paper and I'm like, this is so cute. It makes me feel good. I want again to thank all the people who sent me something because it's really nice. Even
T'as pas l'impression que je suis dans un moment émotionnel et tout là? Ouais. What was I saying? So yeah, I want again to thank people who sent me all this stuff. Even you watching who thought you would do something and you didn't get to send it. I really appreciate it as well. In those dark AI times, I feel like it is more than ever really important to just yourself make things with your hand. Even if it's not perfect, even if it's not something that you would put on social media. You don't have to post it online, okay? And you don't even have to be good at what you do to enjoy it. That's the wonderful thing about hobbies. I mean, I'm just so happy that there is a community of people who just appreciate making things with their hands, who also communicate to each other, share tips and tricks and advice and just encouragement. Trust me, it's always appreciated. And now I'm gonna cry again, but good cry. Look at that. It's nice. I think it finishes the center of the flower nicely. It gives flowers, but without taking too much out of the scale petals. It's a bit 3D. It hides the stitches on the center. Yeah, I like it very much.
Attaching all those little flowers kind of feels like gardening. Well, I'm assuming because I'm a terrible gardener. All my plants are dead. Maybe that's why I'm making fake ones. But I like that I can use old stuff that I've been hoarding for years. Actually, I think those white fake flowers, I found them on the street. Maybe a discarded wedding decoration. What can I say? I'm a crafting hoarder. Ta-da! All pretty! All the flower centers are in place. I also added the smaller ones here and there. And now I can turn it into an actual jacket. Now this looks pretty nice. I have the pocket here, but now I need to add my lining. I did some hand stitching on the elastic thing to attach it like this. The strip here is attached to the outside layer and I can add my lining on here. And I'm probably gonna do everything by hand because this fabric, it is so pleasant to sew by hand. So I've attached the lining on the collar. Here I can see on the inside. I did some tacking stitches here, so this stays upright. Same on the inside of the zipper here. But none of this will be visible. I'm gonna pin the lining on top of that. And I'm doing a little pleat here on the bottom of the lining, so I have more room on the inside. Now I can sew all of this by hand. I've also secured the cuffs here on the inside with some stitches. They don't look great, but I thought this needed to be very secured, and also it's gonna be covered with the lining. And just before doing the lining, I'm gonna finish attaching all the points of the flowers. As I'm trying to decide what to do with the pink flowers, I thought these colors would match pretty nicely with my set. I don't know if you remember this one, the Barbie ensemble. I mean, so I don't have enough flowers to cover the whole skirt. Even make the whole line around it, it's not enough. So what I'm thinking is that I should make a separate piece that I can use on different costumes. That way I can arrange the flowers by themselves so they look all cute and nice, and still I can use it as a piece of my outfit. So to make these pink flowers as versatile as possible, I'm making, well, only 18 brooches. Sewing a little pin on scraps of felt, These pieces are cut into a more manageable circle. Then I'm making more centers for the flowers, just a few layers of those pinkish petals, and assembling all of that with some hot glue. Hopefully the hot glue will make the flower more sturdy, less floppy, which is gonna be very useful if I want them as a brooch. We are now moving from sewing a garment to making jewelry in the same project. Jewelry. Sorry, I'm so tired. But fortunately, it is finished, and now it is time for the reveal. Bisous, bisous!
Don't forget to check out June's journey, link in the description.